In 2019, Sarah had $12,000 saved, a stable $52,000 job, and a dream of breaking into tech. So she did what every guru told her to do. She invested in herself. She quit her job, enrolled in a $15,000 coding bootcamp, took out a loan to cover the gap. 18 months later, she was back at a job just like the one she left, except now she had $18,000 in debt, zero savings, and a resume gap she couldn't explain without sounding defensive. She didn't fail because she was lazy. She failed because she followed advice that sounds inspirational but falls apart under scrutiny. Invest in yourself. 3 words, endlessly repeated, and potentially the most financially destructive sentence on the internet. Today, we're examining the self-investment industrial complex and asking, what if the real path to growth looks nothing like what you've been told? Stay until the end for a 5-question audit that will save you from spending money on expensive fantasies. The self-improvement industry was valued at $13 billion in 2022, projected to hit $20 billion by 2030. That's not a niche, that's an economy. And like every economy, it has incentives. The course creator's incentive is to sell courses. The coach's incentive is to sell coaching. None of these are aligned with your outcome. They're aligned with your purchase. Invest in yourself borrows the credibility of actual investing. With stocks, you analyze risk, expect return, diversify. With a $5,000 course, the return is hypothetical, the risk is downplayed, and the person selling it measures their own success stories. The word investment transforms consumption into virtue. It lets you spend money you don't have on outcomes you can't guarantee while feeling strategic. You're not being strategic, you're being sold. Every course page shows testimonials. Meet Jessica, who 10x'd her income. What you don't see, the Sarahs. The people who did the work and saw nothing, who went into debt for certifications employers don't value, who realized the community was just a Discord server full of other hopeful people. Survivorship bias isn't a bug in this industry. It's the business model. And the credential problem. Many gurus built success not by mastering the skill, but by mastering the teaching of it. The business coach whose business is coaching. The crypto expert who made money selling crypto courses. The product is the promise. The proof is the sale. I'm not saying all self-investment is bad. That would be as lazy as saying all of it is good. The question is, what separates real investment from expensive delusion? A 2022 Federal Reserve study found coding bootcamp returns are highly variable. They work for people with strong educational backgrounds and professional networks. For career switchers without those advantages, returns are often negligible or negative when you account for debt and lost wages. The difference wasn't the bootcamp, it was the context the person brought it to. Real self-investment works when 3 conditions are met. 1, it's specific, not aspirational. I need Python to automate my current reporting is specific. I need to learn coding to get into tech is a fantasy with a price tag. 2, it leverages what you already have, a degree, experience, a network. The best investment deepens your foundation. It doesn't try to create one from scratch. 3, it has a clear, time-bound way to measure return. Not, this will change my life someday. A real metric. I'll use this to apply for X role within 90 days. I'll recoup this cost within 12 months. Miss any of these 3, and it's not an investment. It's a gamble, where the house, the course creator, wins regardless of your outcome. Even when self-investment meets those conditions, there are costs nobody talks about. The opportunity cost of time. 20 hours a week on a course is 20 hours not spent excelling at your current job, networking, or building a portfolio. Time is finite. Every hour on a course is an hour not spent on what might actually move the needle. The debt trap. Personal loans for courses, credit cards for coaching, payment plans for certifications. You take on debt for a skill, the skill doesn't produce income fast enough, now you're paying interest on a dream while your actual finances deteriorate. The stress makes it harder to focus. The pressure leads to worse decisions. The identity freeze. When you invest in yourself, you adopt the identity of someone in transition. You're no longer a marketer, you're an aspiring data scientist. That identity feels like forward motion, but it can freeze you. because as long as you're investing, you're preparing, not building. There's always another course, another certification, another level of readiness. The most successful people I know didn't wait until they felt ready. They started with what they had, where they were. They didn't need a $5,000 program to give them permission. The industry sells permission. You need action. Here's your framework. Use it before you spend a dollar. Question 1. What specific problem will this solve in my current situation within 90 days? Question 2. What evidence exists that this produced my specific outcome for my specific situation? Not testimonials, evidence. Question 3. What am I not doing because I'm doing this? What's the opportunity cost? Question 4. Can I test this hypothesis for free or cheap first? Real value has a gradient. You can start small. Question 5. If this produces zero financial return, will I still be okay? If you not, you can't afford it. Not because you don't deserve it, because you can't survive the downside. Here's the real alternative. Invest in proof. Don't buy a course on content creation. Create content with free tools and see if anyone cares. Don't buy a freelancing program. Do one small project and see if you like it. Don't enroll in a bootcamp for a career you think you want. Spend 2 weeks doing the actual work for free. Most people don't need more education. They need more evidence, and evidence comes from creation, action, and small experiments. Invest in yourself isn't inherently bad, but it's been so commodified by an industry that profits from your hope, it's now more dangerous than helpful. The framework is simple: specific problem, real evidence, honest opportunity cost, cheap testing, manageable downside. If your next investment can't pass all 5, it's not an investment, it's a donation, and you're donating to an industry that doesn't need your money nearly as much as you do. What's a self-investment you made that paid off, or one that didn't? Drop real numbers in the comment. Let's build truth in a space full of sales pitches. If this resonated, hit like and share it with someone about to drop serious money on a dream. Subscribe for more videos that question the narratives the industry doesn't want questioned. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.